Have Mojtaba's missiles genuinely made a mockery of America's famed interceptor systems, reportedly penetrating layers of defense that were supposed to be nearly impenetrable? Do these newly emerged satellite images really reveal an American aircraft hangar in Jordan up in flames, exposing damage far greater than officially acknowledged? Has Trump's war against Iran simply become too costly, with Tehran now claiming the United States has lost billions of dollars in military assets? Did Iran genuinely manage to bleed the Pentagon financially, with a staggering $20 billion damage claim now stunning officials across Washington? Iran is claiming billions of dollars in American military losses just as new strike images emerge publicly during this current pause in the war. Satellite images that surfaced recently appeared to show an aircraft hangar actively burning at a military airbase located in Jordan. Russia Today reported that Iranian missiles managed to penetrate through multiple layers of interceptor defenses before ultimately striking their target. This report emerged just as a senior IRGC official publicly recalled a detailed list of alleged American losses sustained throughout the recent fighting.
Our first strategic axis is to blind the enemy, disable its operational mind, destroy its surveillance capabilities, and eliminate its operational command capabilities, leaving it in a state of confusion and shock. This is our first axis, and in this framework, over the past 15 days, we destroyed 7 command and control centers, eliminated 3 satellite communication systems, and targeted 6 radars belonging to Patriot air defense systems. Patriot systems are in fact among the best American defense systems. Our drones and missiles can now pass through easily because we blinded these radars. We destroyed 3 air and maritime control and surveillance radars, 8 early warning and detection radar systems, 7 missile air defense radars, 3 EPS radar systems, 2 EPS-17 radars, 5 long-range radars, 2 defense radars, and 1 tactical radar complex. In order to weaken and gradually destroy the enemy's operational capabilities, we must target its support and logistical supply centers. In this framework, we targeted 6 fighter jet and helicopter maintenance centers, which are extremely important centers in wartime. Over the past 15 days, we destroyed 3 support and logistical supply centers, set fire to 12 fuel depots, destroyed 17 depots supporting weapons and spare parts for ships and aircraft, in addition to 6 missile silos. In order to pressure the enemy, impose costs on it, and paralyze its capabilities, we must destroy its operational infrastructure. In this context, we destroyed 6 hangars for MQ-9 drones, 6 other hangars and 1 shelter for preparing F-15 fighters, 1 shelter for drones containing 8 new unused aircraft, 2 command centers, 1 platform for refueling an aircraft carrier, and 1 hangar for P-8 electronic warfare aircraft. We destroyed 4 launch platforms for HIMARS missiles, 5 fighter hangars, and 4 Patriot air defense systems. We also destroyed 6 missile launch platforms, 1 fuel pumping station, 2 signal communication centers, 1 intelligence data center, and 1 artificial intelligence center. This center, located in Bahrain, was one of the centers that provided major support to American operations in the region, and we destroyed it completely. We destroyed the Shambud Warehouse Center, 1 fuel dock, 4 fighter shelters, and 6 takeoff and parking aprons, and we also completely destroyed the data processing center belonging to the American company Amazon. In the first wave, we destroyed most of the center, and in the following wave, we destroyed it completely. When we targeted the Amazon facility, we did not target just a building, but the largest American data processing center in the region. The United States established this center in 2019 with an investment of $9 billion.
In which country?
In Bahrain, and when we targeted it, we destroyed one of the enemy's most important capital assets for information processing, causing major disruption in the American power chain.
Tasnim News estimated that total American military losses had reached a staggering $20.6 billion over just the past 2 weeks of fighting. This estimate was calculated based on a combination of IRGC claims and publicly known U.S. defense equipment replacement costs. Air defense systems and radar installations alone reportedly accounted for a claimed $7.5 billion worth of these total losses. Damaged logistics sites, warehouses, and broader infrastructure were separately valued at an estimated $6.8 billion in losses. Destroyed aircraft, drones and helicopters together accounted for an estimated $3.5 billion of the total claimed damage. Meanwhile, damaged command and communications facilities were valued at an additional $2.8 billion on top of these other losses. This overall estimate followed earlier and equally sweeping IRGC claims describing extensive damage inflicted on American military assets. Notably, the United States has not publicly confirmed any of these reported losses or the broader damage claims made by Iran. Interestingly, all of these reports emerged just as secret ceasefire talks between the two sides were said to have quietly restarted once again. US and Iran reportedly sought a return to an interim ceasefire as indirect back-channel negotiations continued, AP reported. AP reported that mediators were discussing a compromise to restore commercial shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. According to AP, the proposal would allow Iran to oversee vessel transit while imposing fewer restrictions on maritime traffic. A regional official, speaking anonymously, said the discussions remained highly sensitive and had not been publicly acknowledged. The interim proposal reportedly aimed to reduce military tensions while keeping one of the world's busiest shipping routes operational. The same official described the current pause in US and Iranian strikes as an encouraging sign for diplomatic efforts. The temporary halt in hostilities reportedly gave mediators greater room to push negotiations aimed at preventing further escalation. AP reported that discussions over Hormuz shipping compromise were still ongoing, with no final agreement reached so far. Negotiators reportedly continued working to revive the ceasefire while trying to prevent another round of direct military confrontation. Donald Trump reportedly held back from a major escalation against Iran as Pentagon concerns over missile stockpiles grew, the New York Times reported. According to the New York Times, dwindling Patriot interceptor inventories became a major factor shaping White House deliberations on further military action. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs General, Dan Kane reportedly warned that another large-scale war with Iran could strain U.S. air defense capabilities across the region. Kane reportedly told officials that expanding operations against Iran could reduce Patriot missile coverage protecting U.S. forces under CENTCOM. The reported concerns over air defense readiness ultimately became a key factor in President Trump's decision-making on possible further escalation. Meanwhile, U.S. Central Command said the American naval blockade against Iran remained fully enforced across the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM said U.S. forces redirected 12 commercial vessels that allegedly attempted to bypass the blockade on July 25. The U.S. military said 2 commercial ships were disabled after they ignored repeated warnings and failed to comply with blockade instructions. CENTCOM also said American forces boarded 2 commercial vessels to verify compliance with blockade enforcement measures in the Gulf. According to CENTCOM, a Comoros-flagged tanker was cleared after inspection, while another vessel was disabled for failing to comply. Statement by U.S. CENTCOM said, and I quote, "The U.S. naval blockade against Iran remains in full effect. As of July 25, CENTCOM has redirected 12 commercial vessels trying to run the blockade, disabled 2 that didn't comply, and boarded 2 to ensure total compliance." Earlier today, U.S. forces completed a verification boarding aboard Comoros-flagged MT Charmana in the Arabian Sea, and the tanker is now continuing its journey. CENTCOM forces disabled Mozambique-flagged MT Levine in the Gulf of Oman, July 24, after the crew attempted to violate the blockade multiple times and ignored repeated warnings. The ship is no longer transiting to Iran. Unquote.